Oh my word, running here in Vitoria is very different from running in the south of Brazil. The temperature is just that much higher. It's only 8:20 in the morning and it's already 34 degrees Celsius. The humidity is much higher than the south as well, so I'm struggling. I'm like a pig on a spit roast. When I run that way, the sun burns and singes that side of my body and arms, and when I go back the way, it does the other side, so at least my burn is going to be equal. I did slather myself with Factor 70 sun cream this morning, so hopefully it'll be all good. But I finished the run, so I'm very proud of that. I'm still moving, I'm still going, still alive. Oh, that's better. In the shade of a tree. I'm going to have to become a shade seeker out here if I'm going to survive this. It's unbelievable. I need some coconut water or something. Wow, this could be the only way to keep cool today. A nice ice cold fresh coconut. I'm drinking the water. Wow, this just might keep me alive today. Welcome to another hot and sunny day, as you can maybe see there. A bit of blue sky up there in Brazil. It is midsummer. It is extraordinarily hot right now here in Vitoria, Espírito Santo. And right now, I'm on the balcony of my wife and her family's apartment here in Vitoria. And I wanted to start today's video to show you this place, because this spot, exactly right here, is where I shot, filmed, and actually posted my first ever vlog on this YouTube channel. First ever vlog. You guys probably don't know this because you've been watching since I moved back to Scotland and all the rest of my journey as I travelled through America and Europe and all the rest of it. But my first ever vlog was shot right here on this veranda. I never had these plants before. These plants were put here by my mother-in-law and kind of left alone. And they have just grown and grown and grown with the heat and humidity, so much so that this cactus has like just spurted and is trying to get its way out into the open air. But this is nostalgia for me. Quite an important location actually, this balcony right here. Like I said, my first ever YouTube video on this channel, which means so much to me. And having built this community of you guys who watch, which means literally the world. And it started here, so this place has a lot of sentimental value to me for that very reason. I think the only difference from when I filmed as well, apart from all the plants, is that it's got this netting now, because my in-laws sometimes bring their cats here, and the net is to stop the cats from getting out. Yeah, our balcony in Brazil, in this apartment, and this apartment is at the moment up for sale, so it won't be here for much longer. And I thought I would take this opportunity while we're here in Brazil at the moment, on holiday, to film it and show you guys where it all began. We've got a fan whirring in the background there. It's so hot. And yeah, I'm kind of coming out here to almost like say goodbye to the first spot where it all started. I'm quite a sentimental person, and this place holds a lot of sentiment. In fact, you know what? It's going to be difficult for you to visualize what my first videos were like, because they were so long ago and I've posted like 1,000 videos on this YouTube channel. So let's go back and actually watch that first video. Right guys, I've got a bit of an announcement for my YouTube channel. I'm going to start doing some regular vlogs. Okay, so in homage to that previous video that I did, the first video I did in Brazil, around about that time I also dyed my hair blonde. So I've decided to do it again, in homage to those days when I came to Brazil and went blonde. But this time it has to be just a little bit highlights, not just crazy. So, and my mother-in-law is doing it for me, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed, all my fingers, that this is not going to go disastrously wrong. Disastrously wrong. Tech, what do you think?
Could go wrong.
One thing I love so much out here and never ever gets old is the tropical green plants and trees you find all around here on the streets. And even these trees here. Sometimes you find tropical plants growing on the trees. We're going now for lunch with the family, my in-laws, Deca, to get something that's like a classic from here in Espírito Santo, for a classic restaurant as well. But it's also appeared on some of my original vlogs from this area, my first ever videos here. I showed this food a number of times, and probably this restaurant. I left home without putting sun cream lotion on today, which was really stupid because it's the middle of the day. Luckily I found a bit of shade now, but walking over here, I've been walking like that just to keep the sun off my neck. It's unbelievably hot.
This is moqueca capixaba. It's a fish stew filled with prawns, fish and tomato, as well as herbs and colourings which are unique to Brazil. This dish is a symbol of the Espírito Santo state. It's one of my favourite dishes of all time, anywhere, and brings back so many memories of living here in Vitoria. Just over the bridge from Vitoria is a neighbouring city called Velha. It's a place that we go for adventure, and I want to share a day we enjoyed in the city in the weeks before the pandemic began. And these are clips that I've never shared before. Velha is actually the most populous city in the Espírito Santo state. But it's so close to Vitoria, being just over the other side of the bridge, that it could also be considered part of Greater Vitoria. We took a boat trip over to some islands that sit just offshore, which give amazing views of the city and have lovely secluded beaches and nice water to jump in and have a swim. On the right hand side of these images is a hill called Morro do Moreno. I have always wanted to climb it for the views, and when my friend suggested that we do so, I jumped at the chance. Though I'm not quite sure I was prepared for the heat and the absolute greenhouse conditions that had me melted like an ice cream cone in the sun.
Vai indo no seu tempo, vai com calma.
Sean, say hi.
Tô.
Caiu?
Escorreguei.
Tô suando.
Vai, Sean, a gente vai sobreviver.
We are at the top of, almost at the top of Morro do Moreno. Look at how much I'm sweating. I could literally wring my t-shirt out and it's gonna drip wet. It's crazy. But I almost didn't make it. These guys pushed me on. Quase desisti.
Show.
2 vezes quase desisti.
Chegamos! Show, olha a cara do escocês. Gente, bora. Sean, e aí?
Eu tô morrendo,
Tá morrendo?
mas é bom.
É ruim, mas é bom?
Ruim, mas é bom. I think it was worth all the pain to get up here and see this view that I've never ever seen before. That is flipping unbelievable. Look at that. City of Vitoria from up high. Cheers.
Começa de Pedra Azul.
Nossa, é muito irado.
Daqui a mão é que vai ajudar, meu irmão, porque se eu fizer uma voeira forte.
Take 2.
Daí não sei fazer, não.
Not sure I'm ready to reveal this. Oh. Oh no.
Não pode dar molhado, não. Mas meu Deus, e doeu. Tinha que secar mais.
Alright, something else that we haven't done for a very, very long time, over 2 years, obviously, is go to a party. But there's one happening today, and we are going, and we're looking forward to it. It's an outdoor party, so hopefully that mitigates all the risks and chances of something bad happening. But we're keeping our fingers crossed, and we're trying not to think about that because we've been thinking about it for 2 years solid.
Look in your shirt more. Look at my hair. It looks like a wig.
So short. I'll show some chest hair.
Yeah.
Feels good to like dress up for the first time in ages. Not really dressed up, just put like a shirt on and some aftershave, for goodness sake. It's been like such a long time. Like I said, it's going to be really hot at this place because it is an outdoor place, and the sun is shining. It's early, it's an early party, so we're going to melt. But you know, this is one of the things we enjoyed so much when we came here, was all the parties, and it's definitely nostalgic for me. Come to a party in Brazil.
Good morning. It is the night after the night before, the morning after the night before. It was a really, really good fun night last night. And, you know, partying is fundamental to the Brazil experience. You know, mixing with friends and seeing friends and having a good time, having a wee dance and a boogie is literally, like I said, fundamental to the Brazil experience and fundamental to, you know, how my wife and her friends grew up here in the country. And it's great. It's something that I really love about here. But I do understand that people will be a bit concerned, and I might get some comments and judgments from people. Omicron, the wave here in Brazil has only really started in the last 2 or 3 weeks. It was delayed here compared to the rest of the world, really. You know, the UK had its wave kind of over Christmas time. Here in Brazil didn't have it until very recently. So it is kicking off now. Over the last 24 hours, there's been a lot of people infected here. You know, we are fully vaxxed, and in the UK, we took all the precautions, and what's emerging now with the news and how mild this thing is. And also as well, the place that we went last night was totally outdoors. It was like a wooden platform onto the water. The whole place was open, basically. And I think it was really important because that was the first time we've been to a party in 2 years. It was great fun. We absolutely loved it. Tekka loved it. Tekka loves the party. She's a party girl much more than me. You know, like I said, it's fundamental to her experience of being a Brazilian and all of her friends here. That's what they like to do. And that's one of the main reasons I love it here. But I just thought I would add this little bit to the end of today's video to talk about this, because I know people might pass judgment about the partying. And, you know, Brazil is a country culturally that really takes vaccines seriously. This state that we're in right now, Espírito Santo, where my wife is from, the vaccine rates here are, you know, insane. 95% of people in this state, Espírito Santo, have been fully vaccinated. That is truly remarkable. You know, way higher than the UK and in most places in Europe and the United States as well. So we feel pretty safe here. But anyway, I just wanted to bookend this video to let you know that, you know, we're taking precautions, we're being safe. Last night we let our hair down for the first time in, you know, over 2 years since the pandemic started, and we had a really, really great, fantastic night with our friends and Tekka's friends, and we just had a great night, great experience. I wanted to share a little bit of that with you. You know, I know maybe not everyone will agree with the fact that we went out, but we just felt like, you know, we've been so cautious over the last few years and so afraid. So afraid. That's the thing, we've been afraid. We've been racked with fear of not getting really ill with this thing. You know, I'm on immunosuppressant medicine, which means I need to be careful anyway, even with the vaccine. So it's not like we're out of the woods yet. But I feel like we are in a stage now where we need to think about moving on with life. That's not to say we're totally out of the woods yet, and that's not to say we are throwing caution to the wind, and it's not to say this thing is totally over yet, because I'm not sure it is. You know, it might have a final surprise for us, but I think we can start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and we can start to say, okay, we know what the risks are, we know how to keep ourselves safe, but also we can start to let our hair down a little bit and start, you know, each of us can start taking risks that we are comfortable with and are within the rules in the place that you currently are. This year, it started great for us. We've been in Brazil since the start of the year. It's been fantastic. We had a great time. We saw a lot of friends. We've done a lot of great things. Spent time with family for the first time in 2 years. It's been a lot of doom and gloom over the last few years, but now maybe things are turning a corner and we are looking out into the future of maybe a positive new beginning. You know, we had the Roaring 20s, 1920s, the Roaring 20s, and we're still in the early days in the 20s now. It's only, you know, 2022 now. We've still got the whole decade in front of us. Maybe we can get some form of Roaring 20s to come back. That's what I'm hoping. You know, we've all sacrificed over the last 2 years. It's been a big sacrifice. You know, we've lost loved ones. Some of us have lost out on work opportunities, and we've definitely missed time with family and friends, and we've missed time of traveling and doing all the things that we love to do. We've all sacrificed. But maybe there are signs that things are about to get better. Following the evidence and following the science and keeping cautious and keeping our ear to the ground, and let's just see what happens. But I'm feeling positive. I'm feeling energy, and I'm feeling really excited that we're starting to do things that we like to do again, like travel. You know, I'm out here in Brazil, something that I never imagined during the pandemic that I would do for many years to come. It's been great. And, you know, we went to a party last night with lots of people, and it was great fun. I enjoyed myself, so fingers crossed. Anyway, that was just a bit of a kind of ramblings, some of my ramblings and my feelings on the current situation and where we're going. I'm positive. I'm excited for the future, and I've got a lot of big news coming up this year, which I can't wait to share with you when we get back to Scotland. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this journey of my time in Brazil. I've got a whole playlist of videos from here. Check them all out on my YouTube channel. Anyway, guys, thank you very, very much for watching. I appreciate you. And I hope you have a good night, morning, evening, afternoon, or whatever time of day it is, wherever you are in the world. Take care.